Hallo, folkens. As some of you might have heard, I said that from episode 50, there will be some changes. I wanted to develop something different. And this thing that I'm trying to develop, these episodes that I want to make, demand a lot more work for me than what I've been making up until now. As you've noticed, there are different kinds of episodes. You have vocabulary, explanations, you have grammar, episodes about culture, and listening comprehension. And I've basically just made episodes about what I felt like in the moment. So when I was inspired, I would go for whatever topic I was inspired by. Or I would look in my long list of topics that I want to make episodes about, and I would choose the one that I found the most inspiring. But I haven't spent a lot of time on listening comprehension, and I know that a lot of you are looking for that. You want something that is purely Norwegian. So what I'm making is something that I don't think it exists for any languages. I'm super excited. There will be listening episodes for all levels, like for complete beginners. So for each topic that I cover, you will have several versions, and you choose which version you want to listen to according to your level. And there will be, in addition, for those who want, there will be PDFs with transcript, where you have the words that are most probably new to you and expressions will be highlighted. There might be some explanations as well, maybe also tips when it comes to episodes that might be useful to listen to understand the grammar or some of the vocabulary that is being used. So worksheets that can be useful for those who want. But my goal is to make a podcast that you can use as a podcast. You do not need to look at a video. You don't need to download anything unless you want to. We spend so much time in front of our computers. We spend so much time sitting still in classrooms, learning passively. And I don't know about you, but I am so sick and tired of that. I want to be more out. I want to move more, and I want learning to be more flexible. So my goal is for you to have a podcast where you can pick the episodes that you find useful according to your needs and your wants. So with the listening exercises, there will be different levels. You choose if you just listen or if you also afterwards want to check a video that I will also add as an option. And a video, not of me, because I'm not the focus here, but a video where you have something called dynamic subtitles, so you can follow along. The podcast is called The Norwegian Puzzle, Find Your Missing Pieces. And there is a reason for that, because a lot of you learn Norwegian, and then maybe sometimes it went too quickly in class, or sometimes just things haven't been covered, and you still have many questions left. And you don't know where to find them because there aren't many good resources out there. And a lot of them are in Norwegian. And even the ones that are in Norwegian, honestly, I don't think that all of them are really good. The episodes that I make are based on what my students ask me. And I feel that there's a really great lack of good resources, both like grammar explained, but also explained in a good way. I really like to see the logic, to find structures, to see how vocabulary overlap, how it's used differently in different contexts. I like to see how languages overlap with each other. I just love to decipher languages. Look how do they resemble and where do they not resemble? And a lot of the knowledge that I've gotten is thanks to you, because you ask so many good questions that I don't necessarily ask myself. since I haven't learned Norwegian as a foreign language. But I have learned other foreign languages. So I know how it feels to be lost in translation and wanting to say something, but then it just doesn't make sense if you translate literally. And I find it super, super fascinating to look at it like an object that does make sense, but it makes sense in its own way. And in which way does it make sense? Where is the logic here? Not only do I want to explain rules, but also the logic behind the rules. Why is it like that? Because a lot of things don't make sense, and if they made sense, it would be easier to remember. And of course, a lot of the things I explain, they are just my theories. They might be wrong, because who knows? The people who invented languages, they don't exist anymore. And we are also all part of the inventing of languages. Languages change all the time. The episodes I want to make about listening understanding, or the listening training episodes, the way I make them is that I start with authentic material. And what does that mean? That it means that I will get up in front of my microphone and just ramble and talk about a topic that I'm interested in. Whether it's just a Norwegian word that I love, or an expression, or maybe my day, or my opinion about something. It can be many different things, because I want you also to be able to express yourself in many ways about different things freely, not necessarily the way that it's done in a textbook. So the first audios that I make are for level B2. It will be both in Østlandsk, which is the dialect or version that you will most probably hear in audio files that go with Norwegian textbooks. Standard Norwegian dialect. But I will also make a version that is in Bergensk, which is my dialect. So you will have the chance to hear two versions of the same monologue, if you would like. And then I will make different versions of this. So it will be both with shorter sentences and slower speech, so that according to your level, you will be able to follow along. And depending on you, how well you learn languages, what languages you already know, you might actually be able to start from A0 and finish with B2. I don't think that will be the case for most people, but it's an option. It's possible. And in addition to that, I will continue making episodes like I do right now with grammar and pronunciation, etc. But the episodes that I will publish that will be premium are the ones that I find that have required the most work from my side. And you will be able to choose whether you want to have them in English or Norwegian, depending on your level. Because I don't want you to be restrained by your level when it comes to learning about the language as a system. And if you have an advanced vocabulary, maybe you want to learn about Norwegian grammar in grammar. Yeah, in grammar, oh my God. In Norwegian. Learn about Norwegian grammar in Norwegian. So yeah, if you have the level, why not? Depends on your focus. If you have a good level in Norwegian, but you just want to focus on the content, and you get tired of listening to an entire episode about Norwegian grammar in Norwegian, because when would you need to talk about grammar in Norwegian? No, unless you're going to teach Norwegian, you might not need to be able to talk about it and understand how to talk about it in Norwegian. So it's up to you what you prefer. You can choose. I will release a new episode when everything is set. I will, of course, continue to publish free episodes as before, but it will not be as regularly, unfortunately, because, well, there's only a certain amount of time in a day and in a month. So what I think will happen is that it will be 1, maximum 2 episodes per month. I will, of course, offer a free trial so that you can test it out before and see if it's for you. And I hope it is. I really hope it is. I think that was it. Oh my God. I think I actually covered everything. In a very disorganized way, but So I will have to first have a nap and then go back to work so that I can deliver this baby as soon as possible. Yeah, that's it. Now go. Tack för idag. Vi hörs.